Today we'll be discussing that Avadhuta's experience in realizing the Brahman. How to realize Brahman? That is a wonderful way is explained. So we will come to the Avadhut Gita. But before that, please repeat after me. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Dhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaika Natham. In Indian tradition, Guru Parampara is a very big thing. So they will ask you, who is your Guru? And the Guru's Guru and his Guru. So Parameshti Guru and lineage is very, very important. Why? School. But how the Gurus are, they were trained, their realization, and how they are giving the same thing to their disciples is very important. And sometimes some people, when they come and if you ask them, who is your Guru? They will, from Ramakrishna Mission tradition, they will say, so and so. Oh, acha, okay. So like that it goes. That means that tradition. So it is like this. But Avadhuta was not having any human Guru. And he has not studied any Veda. Unless and until you have studied the Veda, unless and until you are having the Guru tradition, in Indian spiritual the world, you are not accepted. But how come this Avadhuta, Dattatreya, he was not only accepted, he is a very, very respected soul in the spiritual world. How it is possible? Now again it comes, it doesn't matter how he realized, but it matters that he has realized the truth, the Brahman, the Atman. How he will understand that? That he has realized the truth? He will tell every word which tallies with the Vedas. And sometimes some people, they can memorize the whole Veda, and if they are quoting from the Veda, no, you can understand. They are simply quoting from the Veda, it is not from their realization. So this is the way the people try to understand that these are the people who are realized soul and we should follow them. Indians that way, very clear. At the same time, there are some mistakes are there. Sometimes they do not understand not only India, the whole of Asia, the emotion is very prevalent. And Swami Vivekananda said, because of the emotion you can realize God very easily. When you are thinking that God has come to you as your child, God has come to you as your father, mother, just emotion. But that emotion, that tremendous force helps you to realize God. That's the one part. Another, because of the emotion, sometimes they forget to discriminate. But the leaders, the spiritual leaders, they won't do that. So that is why when you are not having a Guru Parampara, a Guru tradition, then second it goes, what is your realization? How you live, how you speak, how you behave, everything counts. You cannot simply, that's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, Sadhu ke dine dekhbi, rate dekhbi. You must observe him in the daytime and also in the night time. That means every moment. And then only you should accept. Otherwise, it's very difficult. So, Avadhuta, he is telling that Swabhava Bhavata Proktam. Swabhava Bhavata Proktam. I am spontaneously, from his own nature, from his own realization, the words are coming. Exactly as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, in the traditional way, didn't study the Veda. But he was having the Guru. And like Avadhuta, he was having many gurus. Of course, human gurus. As because this time the God has come in the form of Sri Ramakrishna to prove that all paths that has developed in the human society to lead to the God are true. That was his mission. Sri Ramakrishna's mission was completely different. So Sri Ramakrishna, the God incarnated in that form, his mission was different. Avadhuta lived the life and proved that even if you are not having the Guru Parampara training in that way, but you can realize God. How? Then Avadhuta observed the nature, and from there he selected 24 beings, persons and the things as his Guru. As a river is his Guru, air is Guru, the bee is his Guru. So he is getting the inspiration from that, and then oneness, that is the ultimate realization. Samarasa magno bhavita putaha. And the first chapter, 75 words of the Avadhut Gita, he says, Samarasa magna bhavita putaha. The beautiful way, the spirituality, he is telling that from his realization of the oneness, samarasa. Usually, we always think why the same thing has been told in so many different ways. That is the speciality. Each and every saint, he is expressing his realization in a beautiful way. Samarasa magna. Here he uses that word. The Avadhuta is using the word samarasa, equal, oneness. Magna, as because I cannot think anything but one. There is no two, no existence of two. And when there is no existence of two, bhavita putaha, by constant thinking of that one, that pure, all-pervading putaha, I become pure. And from that I am telling. So this they say, Shastra Samvitti Purvakam, that you must have to have the realization which has already been realized by the previous, the Munis and Rishis and the other aspirants. The moment you say, I only have realized and nobody else will be able to realize, and before me, after me, there should be nobody, wrong. It cannot be. It's a science. If you have followed some method and realized the truth, the same method, following the same method, others have also the chance, opportunity, possibility to realize God. If not, there is something mystic. The mystic will be surely there. So this is the process I followed, and by that I have realized God. And I can tell you this much. The Swami Vivekananda said how the small group, the small teacher, the one person, he was a thief. He went to a village to steal. And people, they were aware, so they chased him. And he was running here and there, how to hide. Then suddenly he reached to the back end of the village where they used to throw the garbages, and a lot of some dust was there. And he put those things on the body and sat under a tree meditating. India, the moment the people went over there, They never thought how these people came, the person has come here. We never saw in the whole day. How in the dead night he is sitting over here. But without any clothes, he is meditating, all over the body smeared with those things. So immediately they decide, oh, he must be a realized soul. And they started bringing all puja. This man was sitting, I was going to steal those things and they are giving it to me. Now it's a good thing. So this is a good profession. Let me continue. So he was continuing. Slowly, ashrama around him, people started coming. And some people has the habit of telling, exaggerating. Oh, you do not know him. The last night I saw him. On a light he is floating. He was going to that place and he was just simply there. And people, they like to accept that. The more you say the mystical way, but you have to have that capacity to put it. So people will understand. The moment you go, if he or she gives the touches his right hand on your head, boss, somehow you have to go and they will go. Now these things were going on. One young man, he came and he told, sir, I like to become your disciple. This fellow understood that this will be the problem. He was not talking with anyone. Now this young man only, he is persistent. Sir, I like to be your disciple. How you have realized God? Please teach me. He never did anything. Now, the whole day he was not speaking. So the night time the boy came. And when he was persisting so much and he said, okay, you bring a sharp razor tomorrow and this time in the night time and I will give you the diksha. He was excited. Shall I bathe? Shall I put on the new clothes? No. And just come and bring the razor. Then he came, close your eyes and I will hold your nose. And he did that and cut the top of the nose. Hey, what is this? You see, from now onwards, Nakkata Sampradaya, the nose without nose Sampradaya. So you start. Because I don't know anything. And I had to burn my face like this. Now, so this is where the Sampradaya comes. So one must be very, very careful about dogmatism. This man said this, and we should follow only this and nothing else. This is dogmatism. You should follow the philosophy. And the philosophy always goes with reason. Why? How? So that way you have to understand. And there will be a tradition. In that tradition you will find the exalted characters, many. We are keeping them, the direct disciples, the apostles of Sri Ramakrishna. But not only them, the tradition of the Ramakrishna mission, if you read the stories of their life, how exalted. So many of them. So how it is possible? Because the theory is perfect. And once you are practicing that theory, you are getting the perfection. So here, Avadhut is telling, that of course it is possible. One should not consider the quality of the scholarship of the Guru, Avadhut is telling. A true spiritual seeker should recognize on the essence. That we have already read. And the second chapter, second verse, Naivatra kabbaguna evatu chintaniya. Naiva atra. Atra means here. When you are considering the Guru, don't think whether he is an educated person or not. Sir, from which university you studied? Oh, I studied from so and so. Oh my God, he must be a big Guru. So some people think in that way. It has nothing to do. He must be a very good student. No, that is okay. But about the spirituality, that is purity. And what is that purity? Unselfishness. So that is the purity. Graiha param gunavata khalu sara eva. You must see the quality of the spiritual quality of a guru. I always say, if a doctor is not maintaining the proper moral character, it doesn't matter. It is his problem. But he is a very good doctor. Diagnosis is okay for me. And if an administrator also the same way, to some extent little problem, but we can manage. Like this in every profession, the pure character is not the first criteria. It is his other qualities. But in the spirituality, first and the last and the only criteria is this. Is he pure? That is the thing. So he says in Grahya Param Gunavata, the highest guna. What is the highest guna? Love and unselfishness. The love and unselfishness. Khalu Sara Eva. Then we go to this. The Avadhut was not having the human guru, but he was tracing on the self-realization. His self-realization process is completely unique. Sometimes if you are studying the Upanishad, you will come across some of the stories. A young man has gone to his guru and the guru said, you like to realize God? Okay, take these 1,000 cows and go to that jungle, and when they will become 10,000, come back. I will give you the realization. And they used to obey. And they said, okay. And he took that 1,000 cow, and then what he will do? But he was very sincere. Oh, after alone I have gone there, the cows are grazing, let me go to this village, that village. No. He was meditating. When I go back, when these cows will become 10,000, it must be within 5 years, 6 years, but there is a limit. I will go and realize the God, the Guru will bless me. And he's constantly thinking. And one day he heard a cow, a bull is telling, sir, now we are 10,000, let us go back. It's true. Sometimes people will say, oh, what is this? How the bull can talk. But why not? If you understand that they are also conveying, if you can understand, he was there and slowly he realized through that bull, that realization came. He came back to the Guru. Guru never asked, is it true that it is 10,000 now? I go and count. Never. He looked at his face and said, come, I will embrace you because you have realized God. The face shows that. His eyes shows that. In the realization, first and foremost thing, you forget the body. No concern. Only the love and compassion, the purity, all that shows in your eyes. Eyes are the mirrors of the mind. So from the eyes you can understand. So he is telling in this way, and worldly education, social status, it is not important. After the self-realization, there cannot remain any difference. So this is the one thing. After the self-realization, there can never remain any difference. Why? Because the realization of the oneness, what the person is going to realize, oneness, there can never be two. Ahameva param yasmat sarat sarataram shivam gama agama binirmuktam nirvikalpam nirakulam. In the second chapter, 5th verse, it says, I am the supreme param, more essential than the essences. Sarat, sarataram. Param, taram, these are the words, means absolute. I am the auspicious Shivam. The Shivam means auspiciousness. Now again, this is a word, auspicious. What is the meaning of the auspicious? If you go to the dictionary, immediately they'll say auspicious means this. Auspicious means unselfishness. The moment you become completely unselfish, you are pure. And the moment you are unselfish, only love remains and nothing else. The only thing that will be within your heart is love. Anyone suffering anywhere, you will feel, oh, how can I help? So they will pray, oh God. That's why they always, in our tradition, Ramakrishna Mission tradition, the Gurus always teach us in this way, that before praying for you should pray Oh God, let everyone be happy anywhere there. I do not know. But anyone, anywhere must be happy. Sarvastaratu durgani, sarvo vadrani pashyatu. Let each and every one free from the misery. How it is possible? And some people are there, they enjoy the other suffering. How it is possible? Because they're human beings. But at the same time, when they see the other people are suffering, they're very happy. And not only that, they will also go and tell this man and that person, so that slowly, the other person, the whole of the movies and the theaters and all that we see is what? Of course, if all people are good, nobody will go to see that movie. There must be villain. There must be fighting, there must be cruelty. Then only we can go and say, oh, that's a good movie. So because we like that. Our mind is just like that. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to go to see the dramas. Which type of drama? Prahlada. And he will be going on crying with the Prahlada. The Prahlada is crying on the stage for the Krishna, Vishnu. Sri Ramakrishna is also crying Vishnu. Along with him, he is also. Because his mind is like that. So that is the reason. If you find fault, that means the fault is there in your mind. And if you can appreciate others' qualities, that means slowly you are becoming pure. And ahameva parami yasmat saratsaram taram shivam gama agama binir muktam. That is a great thing for the Hindu achievement. The Hindu spirituality, they never think about going to the heaven. They always go beyond heaven. Why? Because they have understood that heaven means, as yesterday we were discussing in the Bhagavad Gita class, heaven means some achievement. Then I am studying something and then I become a doctor. I achieved. Then the time will come, I have to give up that post. I won't be able to continue as a doctor all through. It is not possible. So similarly, the moment we get something, we have to give up that also. It will go automatically. But it is not like that. The Gama and Agama, death and birth, Binir Muktam, I am free from that. Nirvikalpam, Nirakulam. Nirvikalpam means calm. Calm doesn't mean that he is quietly sitting and he is calm. No. Sitting over there and thinking so many things. How can he be calm? Calm means the one which is constantly thinking about God but doing a lot of things. The Swami Vivekananda said, you must feel that you are living and meditating in the cave of a Himalaya in New York. And New York means that if you go to Manhattan, oh my God, there's so many cars, and that's because a lot of Indian drivers are there. They are very fond of honking. So this machine is there and you are not utilizing, what is it? So they go on honking and everybody is happy. There's so many sounds. So in that situation, you have to feel that I am in the Himalayan cave. Quiet. That is called calmness. When the people are agitated, your mind is calm. Why? Because you know these are all temporary, things will all pass. So this is called calmness. Nirvikalpam nirakulam, and undifferentiated. Kula means the family. I don't have any tradition, I don't have any family, I don't have any particular thing. Then what happened? Nirakulam, I am with everyone. So when I was in Andaman, I developed one orphanage. It's called Destitute Boys Home. They're not actually orphanage, their father, mother was there, but they used to throw them on the road, street, and they used to go away. I used to go and collect them and started one ashrama there in Andaman. The government used to give little money for the support, and then I used to go to different. So these boys, they were there. You can imagine. And this Andaman is an island. If you go to the island, you can see the mother, and she is in another family. She is having other children, and this boy, he will be looking at the mother. She is feeding other child. You can imagine. If the mother is dead, this is one type of thing. The mother is there, father is there, but they don't look at me. You can imagine the agony in the mind. So they were like that, just to get some compassion. One boy was there. He used to cut his hand with the blade, and he will come and say in Hindi. Mostly they speak Hindi, and they will say, "Swami ji, खून निकालता है." Then I, "बेटा क्या हो गया? क्यों ऐसे?" Then I will take all care. Just to get that affection, he will do that. So this is the condition. And one day one boy was admitted in a hospital, something was going on. Then he was not recovering. Then what happened? Then the other, they went and they came back and reported, he is not taking medicine. Why? So I went that evening and met him and immediately understood the problem. His next bed, the children, so next bed, another young boy, almost of his age, he was also getting the treatment, and his mother, aunties, all around, beta khalo, and for him there is no one. So he was expecting that somebody will come and casual and with loving thing he will say. Then I went and told that boy, "Don't look at him. We are different. We don't have father or mother. Our father and mother in the picture. When they will come, we do not know. But we are living a Spartan life. Don't look at this namby-pamby. What is this? We depend on ourselves. We are Spartan life. So take the medicine, get well, and come back tomorrow. Okay?" Next day he came back. So he was all right. So anyway, these are the situations, the tremendous emotion. And why? Because Kula, we always feel that somebody should be there to take care of me. Why somebody should be there to take care of me? I should take care of everyone. I don't care that someone will take care of me. And that is called heroism. That Swami Vivekananda, the Pranama mantra, many of you know, they always address him as Bira. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also told him, "You are a Bira." Bira means hero. What is the heroism? Heroism, I don't want anything from anyone, but I am ready to give everything that I am having to anyone that needs. Anyone in need. So each and everyone all the time thinking, unless and until you are having that type of mentality, strong mentality, Vedanta is not for you. The Vedanta always stand on your own feet. And that is the self-confidence. And here that Avadhut is telling that I am free from birth and death completely. And I don't have any nirvikal, I am calm. Because I don't have any desire. If there is no desire, then why there should be the waves in the mind? I don't have any desire. And I am Nirakula. I alone live and no one else. Then Avadhuta, sharing his realization, said, this is a very important thing he said, Prakriti Purushas Tadvat Abhinnam Pratibhati Me. This is a great realization. Now you have to understand a little, he has used the two words, Prakriti and Purusha. Those who are following the philosophy, Indian philosophy, the Sankhya philosophy, he gave these two names, these two words, Prakriti and Purusha. What is the Purusha? Purusha means consciousness. And what is Prakriti? Unconscious. Everything that we see over here is nothing but the unconscious. And it is working how? Through the consciousness. So Prakriti and Purusha. If you are interested, you can go through that Shankha philosophy. The Prakriti Purusha is the main thing they are explaining. Vedanta has taken many of their arguments, and some they don't, Vedanta in a different way. But here he mentioned Prakriti Purusham Tadvat Abhinnam. This is important. Prakriti and Purusha, they are abhinna. I understand in that way. Pratibhati me. Prati me means the Avadhuta, Dattatreya. He said, I don't see that this is different and that is different. When the world is there, we say, no. We should not go to the world. And then we go back. There is no world. I'm spiritual, nothing. But actually, those who have realized, for them it is completely different. Swami Vivekananda, when introduced services in the Hindu society, each and every one criticized and opposed. Only two persons was with him. The Swami Brahmananda and Saradananda stood by his side. I don't understand what he was telling, but I support you. That was the Saradananda and Brahmananda. And one lady about whom Swami Vivekananda said, almost tears in his eyes, one lady supported us, who was not doing anything to support her. That is Ma Saradamani Devi. When Naren said, means it is Thakur's wish. So what is that? Service to humanity. And all the our tradition, the Hindu tradition, the monks will never do any work. Karma badhayate. If you are performing any action, immediately you will get the result and that will be bound to you. So the monks won't do anything. They'll be sitting in one place. If anybody goes, they will raise their hand and give some pranami. That is all right. You have to bring them food, you have to give them everything, and instead they will do nothing. So this is very peculiar. I have seen in Arunachal Pradesh, visited some of the places of the Buddhist monks as to follow them, what they are doing. And the Tawang, there's the second biggest Buddhist monastery. So that Tawang, we have seen the Buddhist monks are going to the villages and entering into that house, and they'll be telling that, oh, your house is haunted, that this ghost has come, this, and they'll be performing everything, and afterwards, whatever the poor fellow has accumulated, they take all those and go away. So this is all wrong thing in the name of religion. So this I have seen. And what is this Prakriti and Purusha? All religion says this world is illusory, this world is miserable, this world you have to leave. And the people, they were confused. So when they were cultivating, they thought, oh, what is this world? This is all temporary. A little bit of food is sufficient for us as long as we live. How long we will live like that? Why? When you are there, show your heroism. Or this plot of land, I am going to cultivate, the highest crop will come. Or that is thing, I am going to complete, and I will be successful. And that is Vedanta. The Vivekananda's Vedanta means self-confidence. That is completely different. No negation, affirmation. That's why after Swami Vivekananda, his very close disciple, Sister Nivedita, said, in him there is no mundane world or spiritual world. Everything was same. And same realization we find that in the Avadhut, Prakriti Purushas Tadvat Abhinnam Pratibhati Me. Swamiji said, if you can close your eyes, that is Sri Ramakrishna's realization. If you can see God by closing your eyes, can't you see God with open eyes? And Vivekananda understood that. He saw the God. And he said, the human being, you call them the sinners? It is a sin to call a man so. And then my special object of worship, the downtrodden, the illiterate, the oppressed. It's all Vedanta. And when you go and serve the people, then we are serving the living beings. And what is this human being? Swami Vivekananda said, the best manifestation of God in them, manifestation of God in everything, but the best manifestation in the human being. When a baby child is coming, he is shy, he is orphan, can't look straight. Slowly you are giving the confidence. Then they are growing up. You know that in Andaman again, so our ashrama was on a very posh area. All VIPs used to pass. And in our India, VIP means all the time there will be minimum 5 sirens. What the police will also do. There is no thief in Andaman. So that was the good job there. So there will be in the 3 in the before, 2 back, all that. And these boys used to run to the gate to see that the people are going with the red light and all. They could not see the VIPs because all the black, the glasses, but the light is going on, the police is going. I told them, oh, you're running to see that? Good, go. And then after seeing that, tell yourself, I'm going to be one like that. When I will go, why 5? There will be 100 siren. The vehicle will follow me. I'm going to be like that. Confidence, confidence, confidence. So here also we find the world, if you see as the manifestation of the God, how wonderful it becomes. Friends, I feel like sharing all my experiences with you. And in this life I have experienced so wonderful things. I saw a little small the girl, hardly 8 or 9 years old. When you went to a place, I am not naming that village. So there, it's all submerged in the water. We went to give the relief. Then I was talking with a gentleman, he was a Brahmin. And in our country, the Brahmins mostly bare body, they'll be having the upavita. And he was talking. Then suddenly I noticed that the girl looking at me from the small little opening of the gate. And looking that, I told her, hey, come, I will give you the candy. And she ran away. Then the father told, no, Swamiji, don't call her. And why? Now she is widow. And widow? At this age? Oh yes, our tradition. Oh my God, still you are having that tradition? She doesn't know anything of it. Then I told you are a Brahmin, you are supposed to be the leader of the society. How you can become so ignorant? Those things were all over. Now you have to understand this. Send her to a school. Let her get this education. Let her take that opportunity. Don't waste her life like this. So this is Prakriti Purusha. We always think this world all suffering and this is different. I have nothing to do with this. Majority of the Hindu, if the Hindu, only sannyasins I am telling, forget about the other people, only sannyasins. If they realize the dream and the teachings of Swami Vivekananda, all problems will be solved. In the vast India with so much of population, problems will be solved because the Swamis have 24 hours to dedicate. And many of them are educated. At least go to the villages and give them the moral training, and then this will be. And how it is possible with the philosophy? And what is that philosophy? If I am serving this society, I am serving the living gods, and Avadhut is giving us this training. Now, friends, main thing that we have to learn, in order to attain to the absolute, one has to eliminate the mental differences or the movements of the mind. Yoga, Chitta, Vritti, Nirodha. What is meditation? What is yoga? Don't mix up with the Hatha Yoga and Dhyana Yoga. Hatha Yoga is different. Hatha Yoga is the first step of Dhyana Yoga. When the body becomes all ready, then you practice the Dhyana Yoga. The Hatha Yoga, the first step, and then the Dhyana Yoga. This Dhyana Yoga we are talking about. And what is the Dhyana? Chitta, Vritti, Nirodha. What is the Vritti? Thought waves. And you have to control the thought waves. Chitta, where the Chitta? It is not the mind, it is the Chitta. And the Indian, most of you, those who are regularly attending, you know that we have 4 compartments. In English it's a mind, and we understand mind. But mind has 4 different actions. First, mind is confused. It cannot take the decision. And in Sanskrit, that is mana. That is mind. The wind, it cannot take the action. It has got the information, but it cannot take the action. And when it is taking the action, that particular capacity of the mind is called buddhi. And then come another part of the same thing, which is chitta, the storehouse. All these impressions are there in the storehouse. And then vritti is where they stay, in that storehouse. The chitta, vritti, nirodha, you have to control that. Sometimes the beginners, They go to a secluded place. We have a retreat center in the Michigan. Many people they write to us. We like to go and have our personal retreat. And sometimes it's okay, but only for your retreat. Practice meditation, reading books, just living alone. It's okay. So we give in for that. And what they are supposed to do? They read a lot of books, and they'll be quietly sitting, sometimes walking alone. They do, many of them. They are very sincere. So this is good thing. What we are observing, our store, we are not connected with anything now, so there is no fresh thoughts, fresh waves, but the waves are constantly going on. From where? I saw a movie, it comes to my mind. I read a book, it comes to my mind. Somebody told me something that crops up in the mind. In the store it is there. Vritti Nirodha. No movement should be there. Avadhut, he is giving the training. This is very important. You have to stop the mind. And this is possible in two ways. His processes are two. Removing and destroying all the thoughts. This is one. Removing and destroying all the thoughts. How it is possible? You have to renounce the family. You have to go to a secluded place where nobody knows you. There should not be any chances of meeting your known people. So there you go. If possible, don't meet the human being. Be in the deep forest. That is the way. Most of people, they try to practice that and we appreciate them. No, that is one thing. But the heroic people, they do another thing. What is that? Accepting as the manifestation of the Supreme Being everything. That is more heroic. I am here, but I am not going to do anything. I am not going to be affected by anything. It is a very challenging thing. Very, very challenging. So most of the time the society, they will say, oh, the sannyasa, they are grown up in the family, and then without looking after the family, they have gone. They are all selfish people. That is one type of criticism of the sannyasa. And another type of is that I am here, but at the same time, I am not going to be attached with anything. So be there, at the same time, I am not. How it is possible? Constantly going on meditating on God, the consciousness, God which is manifesting in different beings, I am going to serve them. This is what Swami Vivekananda introduced. The one young boy came to Swami Vivekananda and he told, Sir, I like to be a monk like you. Is it good? Can you tell lies? Oh, no, I cannot tell lies because the lie is not good. Go and practice lies first. Swamiji said. You are not smart enough to tell a lie. How can you think that you will realize God? It's not so easy. Ashishta, Dodishta, Balishta. Your mind should be very strong. And then only it is possible to give up. Give up is not so easy thing. Very, very difficult. Very difficult. And sometimes we have seen some of the monks, they'll be, any good thing has come to the ashrama, they'll be keeping, and then they will go to meet the family and they will give to the mother. I have gone to the mother and presented to mother. That is not. That's okay. We always, particularly here in America, we say, okay, no problem. But here, if you are under the Ramakrishna mission 12 years, you are not supposed to meet anyone connected with you. So like that it goes. So your mind should be that way. And then slowly, when your mind is samarasa, equal, when you don't find this is my relatives, my family, and they are not, that is gone. Each and every one manifestation of the same God. I don't belong to this family, I belong to the humanity. When that is there, now you can go. That is Vivekananda's way. You must be there serving. So this, he says, one is you have to remove and destroy the waves and thoughts. Other is use that force of your mind thinking that anything that I see is the manifestation of the God and I am serving God, not a human being. It's my sister, it's my brother, nothing like that. No human being, don't consider in that. Rich, poor, educated, uneducated, don't think in that way. So it's called samarasa. And then he is suggesting, first it's better to choose a gross thing, to meditate, to concentrate. So spiritual life is nothing but controlling your mind, your own mind. And what is spirituality? Nothing but your own mind. You go to the guru, you go to the temple, you go to the religious places. What actually you are doing? You are trying to control your own mind. You are not going to help the ashrama. I will go and do some voluntary work. Okay. So how much voluntary work will be there? If you are capable, go and cut the grasses or clean this and clean that. It's good. But main thing is control your own mind. You have to fight with your own mind. There should not be any anger. There should not be the compassion also. Yes, there should not be any compassion. I am doing because I know that all these people are nothing but the manifestation of God. But in a Vyavahara, when you are dealing with that, sometimes you are cutting jokes, making fun, having someone the liking because of the same thought level is good. But at the same time, no attachment. So choose a gross object. What is the gross object? Now you have to be careful. You are going to concentrate your mind on some object. I repeat, object. So if it is an object like, I like my mother, so mother is my goddess, I like to meditate on my mother, okay. But you will get the qualities of your mother only. Well, that is limited. Good. But that will be limited. And if you are meditating on particular God, I only love the Vishnu Bhagavan and nobody else, that's also good. But the same Vishnu Bhagavan is manifested in everything. You are not looking at that. That is not good. That sometimes the mind becomes so narrow. Even your own God, your chosen God, if he comes and says, hey, what is this? I am also that. No, sir, I am not going to accept that. That is called narrowness. Again, Swami Vivekananda, in his lecture, he gives a small story. There was a person, he will never worship anyone, any god or goddesses except Vishnu. And one day Vishnu, he told again and again, the Shiva is also me. So why you are not worshipping Shiva? No, I only worship you. It's okay. Accept Shiva as one. No. So one day he purchased a very costly incense sticks. It was a very good smell. So he burned that and he was meditating. Then Vishnu, to convince his own devotee, half Shiva and half Vishnu was sitting before him and asked him, hey, open your eyes. I have manifested over here. He opened his eyes and saw, yes, but half portion is Shiva and half is Vishnu. You know what he did? Immediately he took some cloth and blocked the Shiva's portion of the nostril. So he goes, no, this is a story only. But sometimes some people are so narrow-minded, so they can't do that. So why? No, this is my costly thing that only for you, God, why Shiva should enjoy? No, Shiva should not. So this is, and Swami Vivekananda said, if your mind become like this, where you are going to reach? You have to understand this. So he is now telling, Sagachet paramam padam, Avadhut, in the second chapter, 24th verse, Sagachet paramam padam, he shall attain the Supreme Self. Who now, the qualities, Raga Desha Binir Mukta, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha, Dira Bodhascha, Dhirascha, Sagachet paramam padam. Raga, Dvesha, Binir Mukta. Friends, these are the things we should remember. Now particularly we and my age group, we should understand that time is limited. Now reading this book, that book is of no use. Only we have to understand what is the main thing we should concentrate. Am I raga, desha, vinir, mukta? Am I free from the attachment and aversion? Attachment and aversion. Raga means attachment. And aversion. Young people, they are doing it's okay. A lot of time is there. So it's okay, let them continue. But for us, time is limited. We do not know when we'll be hanging. Of course, if anybody does that, hanging on the wall, and somebody will say, "Oh, I know him." I know him means he was here. So like that. Raga, desha, vinir, mukta. And we talk about tons and tons. But we do not know actually what we are going to achieve. What are the qualities should be there in us? No attachment, no aversion. What remains? Only love. Only love. So this thing, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. Sarva Bhuta. When we come over here, we patriots, Indians, though we are having the American passport in the pocket, but whatever the $1 we like to donate, we donate to India. But American passport. Why? Because we cannot think that these people are also mine. Sarva Bhuta Hite. Sarva Bhuta Hita, it includes each and everyone. Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. And how it is possible? Dida Bodhascha, having firm knowledge. Bodha means knowledge. From the Bodha, Buddha. Buddha means the knowledgeable one, the person with knowledge. Dida Bodhascha, my firm knowledge. Everything that we see, everyone that we meet, is nothing but the manifestation of the same God which I am. So Dida Bodhascha, then Dhirascha. Dhira means steady. Sometimes the emotion comes, and sometimes some people, young people will come and say, I like to go back to my country, I like to serve them. It's okay. But go and first stay there for 5-6 months and see the situation. How we can help them? Are they ready to take your help? What is the situation? What best you can do? Then only, don't give up this job. It's so difficult to be here. So like that you have to understand, no emotion, but very practical way of understanding. This is called Dhira. Dhira means very steady. Once they take the decision, it continues. This scale, Raga, Desha Vinir Mukta, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rata, Dhira Bodhascha, Dhirascha. Now what happens to this person? Now suppose one man achieved that. He is free from the raga, desha, attachment and aversion. He is helping each and everyone. Help doesn't mean that you have to give money or any things. Prayer is also helping, We do not know. If we pray for the other people, someone is suffering, just pray for him. Remember his face and offer the prayer to the God. God, I have no capacity to help him. Please help this person. He is suffering. That will also help. That is also hita. That is also good job that you are doing. Sarva bhuta hite rataha, dida bodhascha. And what is that knowledge? Everything is nothing but the manifestation of God. I am getting the opportunity to serve them. Not that if I don't give little money, they will die. No, they have the lifespan, they will survive. Only I am getting the opportunity to serve them. And dhirascha, steady. Suppose that man having that, what is going to happen to him after death? This is also a question. A bad man, a selfish man, a cruel person, he achieved everything and then he also dies, and a good person is also dying. Are not equal? No, not at all. So this here we have to understand. The Hindu, they develop the far-sightedness to understand the life is not only this. It goes and goes and goes. It's a long way. And what happened to that man who has practiced the religion? Then it says beautifully, a second chapter, 25th verse, the Avadhut Gita, Ghate bhinne ghatakash, akashe liyate yatha, deha abhave tatha yogi, sarupe paramatmani. Ghate bhinne ghatakash. First is giving an example, otherwise we won't understand. That there is a pitcher, and inside the pitcher, space is there. The akasha. Akasha means the space. Now suppose that pitcher is broken, wooden, earthen pitcher. What will happen to that particular sky which was there inside that? It will mix in the akasha, which is that complete everywhere. So deha abhave, deha abhave, deha, when the body dies, fall, what happens? The consciousness which is already within me, that will go and merge with the Paramatmana. Paramatma means the highest consciousness. Then Avadhuta. If we like to know what is this Paramatma, you said that we will go and merge in the Paramatma. But what is this Paramatma? Step by step you see how it comes. First you have to decide. Then you have to practice. And what you are practicing? Controlling the mind. How you can control? Two ways. One, you can go in the solitude and completely cut off from everything. Or be in this world but not of the world. This is the second. And when you are doing it, what are the things will develop within you? And you will feel that you are not attached with anything. And you don't have any desire. And you can love each and every one. You can pray for everyone. So the mind is elevated to that height of spirituality. Don't keep all those ideas that I saw the light coming to me. Hey, just put on the switch and light will come. Why unnecessarily meditating? So that is not the thing. It is good, but if the light is coming, good. If the sound you are listening, good. And if the body is floating, good. But are you having these qualities? If not, then it is of no use. So this we have to understand. Sri Ramakrishna, this type of people, they always think of miraculous power. And Sri Ramakrishna is telling two brothers. One became a cultivator, another became a yogi. So the yogi went inside the jungle and meditated for 12 years and came back and met his brother and said, hey, you are cultivating? Look at me. I have achieved the wonderful strength. I can walk on the water. What is it? Let us go. Then he hired a boat. The first brother hired a boat and he was crossing at the boat. And the other brother was walking on the stream, that water. And when they crossed over there, he said, see, brother, after 12 long years of practice, you have only achieved 1 ana power. I paid that boatman 1 ana, that only a little money. And I crossed the river. And without walking unnecessarily in the sun, and you are walking, what is the use of it? By this story, Sri Ramakrishna said, don't go for the miracles. Go for the original love. So the quality. Now the question comes, and with this we will end. The question is, who is this Brahman? Who is this Paramatma? Who is this the Self you are talking about? After our death, that we are going to mix with him. Who is this? Then the Avadhuta says, Niramayam, Nishpratipam, Nirakritim, Nirasrayam, Nishpusham, Nirashisham, Nittanda, Nirmoha, Alupta Shakti, Tvam Isham Atmanam Upeti Shashvatam. And that's why the Avadhuta is accepted as a high spiritual personality. Why? Not a mystic. When he is explaining this, he has not read, but from his realization, all the things that he said, and you cannot explain the Brahman. It is not possible. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, Brahma eto hanni. Eto means the defile. No one can defile the Brahman. When we eat something and keep, That's called in Bengali ento. That means defile. And here in this country it is very good. They'll be eating and keeping, and that's called the leftover. The next day they can eat. So I also do that. What to do? So eat and keep that, and half goes on. But Brahman you cannot utilize, you cannot speak about. So they have not even our tongue could not touch the Brahman. So what to do? Then the Hindus are very intelligent. To make the person understand that highest self, they have taken Arundhuti Nyaya. What is this Arundhuti Nyaya? One father was showing a star to his son. The son was not able to find that star. So the father said, "Oh, you can see that long the tree on the bank of the river?" "Oh, yes." Achha, straight on the above, go straight line. You see that star? Yes. Now in the right hand side, like this, he goes in different direction and reach over there. And that is the star I wanted to show. This is called Arundhati Nyaya. That's the theory. And here the Avadhut using the Arundhati Nyaya by telling that it is eternal, it is pure, it is fearless, it is formless, it is supportless, it is without body, without desire, and beyond pairs of opposite, sukha dukkha, and nirmoha, free from illusion, and then undiminishing power it is having, and that is Brahman. Thank you, friends. We will discuss about then in the third chapter, if possible, if you read the Avadhut Gita, in the third chapter, Avadhuta, he is expressing how can I explain the Shiva? How can I explain the Brahman, the supreme knowledge? And then he is telling, I am that. Have that knowledge. Realize yourself, and then you will understand. So Swami Vivekananda said, religion is realization. Unless and until you realize, you will be going here, there, and everywhere. So let us chant this mantra and conclude. And in next Sunday again we will meet and we will continue with the Avadhut Gita. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudramaruta Stunnanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sangha Padakramapanishadai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Nabidu Sura Asura Gana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Here also they could not say this is that Brahman. So they are telling the yogi is meditating, and the gods, even the gods could not understand him like this, all that way I worship him. So this is Arundhati Nyaya again. Otherwise it is impossible to express about the Brahman. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Friends, I like to announce two things. You know that we are celebrating the concluding program of Swami Vivekananda's the historical lecture that he delivered 125 years before in the Parliament of Religion, and the hall is still there in Chicago. This is in the Art Institute, and inside is called Fullerton Hall. They have changed the name of the hall. There he delivered the lecture. It is so important for the Indians. Other may not understand, but from that particularly few lectures completely changed the psyche of the whole India. But we are celebrating that, remembering that, respecting Vivekananda. So we started in the previous year, and this is the concluding year in the September. And the last we will have the two functions. One is on 15th September, we will have a fall banquet. We say that it is fall banquet. Fall is approaching, banquet. In the banquet, as usual, there will be food, there will be song, there will be dances. But at the same time, the one lady is coming. She is the chair of the Parliament of Religion. She is going to speak about the Parliament of Religion. And the two physicists, they will be speaking on the physics and metaphysics. The one is a devotee of Vivekananda, another, he said, Swamiji, I am not a devotee. And no problem. So we are expecting some the words, that's how they can explain. So very interesting it will be. If you are interested, you can purchase a ticket or can book a table by paying $1,000. So you can invite 10 people, 10 of your friends and relatives, and together you can sit and enjoy. It will be in the Meadows Club from 11 to 2:30. That is the timing, Sunday, 15th September. And our volunteer, senior volunteer, Rajji will be there. And if you want, you can go and purchase the ticket or book. This is one. And second, and concluding program of that will be a retreat on a journey from finite to infinite. The Vedanta, because Vivekananda brought the Vedanta in this. So the retreat will be on. And retreat means on one topic, discussion will be for continuous 3 days. The question answer, meditation, all things will go on. We have a retreat center in Ganges, and we have arrangement for staying over there. So $125 is that entry fee, we can say, because we provide food and bathing and everything. So you can go with your friends and relatives, family, and can stay with all others. And you will develop friendship with many, many other good people. So over there, so you are welcome. Thank you, and please go down and have prasad. Jai Thakur, Jai.